Yeah, yeah. What they saying? I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine, I'm so divine. Imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine.
Welcome to the H.G.R.G podcast. Another episode. What's going on, fellas? Just Jerry, DT.
What's good, man? What's good? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, Mike, guys. Best friend, what's my best friend?
What's up,
Hey.
Jerry?
Hey, man. What's up, my man? How you doing, man? Yo, DT, man. How you doing, man? You still with us?
What we doing?
DT, you still with us, man? Lance is never with us, man.
Lance, tell G I'm still here, bro.
I'm back.
Ooh.
What's up, baby?
Lance, tell Jerry I'm still.
Yo, DT's still with us.
That's all that matters. Thank you, guys.
Now we go.
Unbelievable. Listen, guys, you already know. We know what H.G.R.G does. We give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of everything. You know, and the reality is, we were talking about this. And we thought it was a great issue to bring up to you guys, this podcast. And it was about contractors. You know, Are contractors slimy? Are they not? You know, we gonna figure that out right now. You know,
we got a lot of people who's asking us questions about contractors and how we find out if they're scammers or not.
Absolutely. Are contractors scammers? You know. We gonna talk about it. We gonna really get into it today.
Good one.
Because DT, remind everybody, you started off as a contractor, no?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So once again, if you want to see a slime ball, we got one right here for you guys.
I see what you did there.
I'm just saying, DT, you still with us? All right.
Jerry. Tell him to talk to me nice, Jerry.
Yeah, I'm what I'm saying is next week we might have a new host.
Shout out to Dennis.
Shout out to Larry. Shout out to Dennis. Shout out to Larry. Shout out to Zeke.
Oh man, you got
all three of our applicants. Yes. Hey,
many have tried.
Few been chosen.
Prospered. That's what I'm saying. DT, you still don't know about real estate? You don't know whether to jump in. You don't know if you ain't got the right mindset. You don't know if it's the right time. H.G.R.G got you. We just dropped the ebook. Go check it out. It's in the description below. DT, that being your background and you coming from that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen a thing or two. Right? Let me ask you this. Before we get into the pros and cons and whatnot, do you have any stories to share with us where you know, you have seen maybe the bad side of contracting?
100%. So coming up, obviously, I worked for a contractor. You know, I was a mentee of a mentor, right? He was mentoring me, showing me the good, the bad, the ugly.
Sweet. This guy thinks he talks so sweet. You know what I'm saying? I was a mentee of a mentor. Yes. Usually when there's a mentor, there's a mentee. That was you. But go ahead, DT. My bad. I'm on fire.
You better relax, host. You better relax.
Hey, listen,
go ahead, mentee. Talk to us.
He's heating up. He's on. So my mentee and mentors, I'll leave that alone. So nevertheless, I was a student of a teacher. And the gentleman, I wouldn't say I agreed with everything he did, the ways he operated, certain things that I would change if you know, if you want to be quite honest with you. That's one part of the story. Then I went on and did my own thing, and I observed other contractors that either I hired, subcontracted, or whatever, and I saw things they did, and I was like, not quite ethical and not quite what I would do and how I would do it. So yes, to answer your question, 100%, I've seen things that I don't agree with, I don't like, and which contractors do for, you know, owners, whether they're present or not present, you know, overseas or, you know, remote owners, even management companies, right? That do their own maintenance for owners. Like that's probably where I've gained my biggest disdain for how contractors treat people that are not present, because of it really just comes down to like a stand-up human being, like being honest about what you've done, right? You go to a property and they call you to say, hey, the toilet's backed up. And if you go there and you snake the toilet out and you fix the problem, your bill should reflect that, right? Snaked out a toilet, fix the problem, it's done. I've seen contractors inflate that bill, right? Saying that, oh, they went there, the toilet was backed up. A snake of a toilet is like, 150, 175, I don't know, whatever they charge. They need more money. So instead of doing that, they'll say, replace the toilet, fix the toilet flange, and snake the toilet. Now the bill is $700.
350 times 2. Sorry.
You understand what I'm saying? Like that stuff like that, I've witnessed, and I've never been a fan of that. I'm a person that says, I'd rather eat ham and cheese every day than steak once a week, in the contracting aspect of life. And your customers reflect that because they appreciate when you go there, because most customers, whenever there's a problem and they call you to their property, they're already freaking out. They're like, can I afford it? Is it going to be too much for me? Whatever. So when you go and you fix it and the number you tell them makes sense and they're comfortable with it, that travels way further beyond whatever investments you can make on a business card, on a social media ad or whatever, because you now were a good standing contractor. You were honest and you didn't take advantage of the situation. That's how your legacy, if you will, or your business is going to be carried on as a contractor. So now when their neighbor has that problem, you'll be, hey, call him because he did well by me. But I've seen in my past, unfortunately, people who do exaggerate the truth and take advantage of whether you're a local and or remote investor, for sure, 100%. And it's not ever tasteful. Excuse me.
So just Jerry, do you have a specific story about getting maybe screwed over by a contractor? I know you've been on the block.
We've been in situations that we would buy a house for lower price off market. We have to fix it up and a contractor rehab it, and he'll give us a price, and every month, every week it went up. I have to do this now. I got to do this. I found this. Yeah. I got this, and we us being out of state.
Change orders.
Yeah, change orders. It's considered change orders. Absolutely. And when we realized when we had the conversation is you always have to have a security blanket, meaning somebody always checking on what's going on for the contractors. You have a contractor, a realtor, you have a property manager. They all check on each other. So when you realize that the contractor is not doing what he said he was going to be doing, you're in the pickle now because you just gave him whatever money you gave him, and you could lose it. It could end up that you losing $30,000, $40,000 on a rehab. And that's my example is I lost about 30 to 40,000.
And so you're saying you lost 30, 40,000 because of change orders.
Change orders. It comes by as he gave you a price at first. 2 weeks later he found something else, but you can't double check it because you're not there. So now you have to do it because you're trying to have that property up and running as soon as possible.
That's a good point.
So you pay that. Now he asks 2 weeks later, he says, hey, I got to do this, and it's going to cost you another $5,000. Now you start to say, hey, all right, now you're overdoing it. Now you're second guessing what he's doing. So now you have to pay the $5,000 because you're still trying to have that up and running faster than usual. But now when he asks again, because 2 weeks later he's going to ask again, now you have to have other people come in and check what he's doing.
Can I,
And then you can figure out that he didn't do exactly what he asked you he was doing.
can I interrupt and not to change what you're saying, because I want the people to understand what you're saying, right? In the proper context. You're describing a horror story or an experience you had when you were super green in the
absolutely. So not now, because now I have a team and now I know what's going on.
I want to make sure that people differentiate.
Oh, sorry, yeah. We're talking about, bro. We can't talk about this now no more. I know my contractors. I have a report. I have a team. I have a well-oiled machine.
Yeah,
we're not talking about today.
Yeah, for sure.
We're talking about 10, 11 years ago.
We want to be
clear. I thought you started a new business without me. He said I got oil. So wait a minute.
We got hey. Hold on. I got Arab money.
Yeah, we want to make sure we're clear on that because obviously you went through that experience, and at the time your checks and balance system wasn't what it should have been, right? Today that couldn't exist because now your checks and balance system is essentially bulletproof.
Yeah, there's no way in hell you could do that to me.
But this is a way, to your point, Jerry. You're describing to the listeners how you can go wrong and how contractors can scam and
absolutely. It can even go both ways. That you could be local as well, but you don't know what the contractor is doing. So when they're speaking, I got to fix this and fix that. You're only saying yeah because you don't know what's going on. He has to fix a roof because there's a leak. He has to fix the boiler because you're saying yeah, and all he did was clean it out.
Right.
But you paid 12 grand for that.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if you're out of state or you're local. If you don't know what you're doing and you don't have the right people, it's gonna burn you. It's gonna hurt you. It's going to hurt your pockets.
Yeah.
And they hold your success because you could have bought a property for a good price and they gave you a good quote for the rehab and it changed the numbers and you don't have enough money. And now you have a sitting duck and you're asked out.
Yeah. I would far further to say, and I think Lance, you would attribute to this. You could buy a good property under the greatest circumstances that you ever known, right? One bad contractor can ruin that entire deal. The entire buy, the whole process, absolutely. Everything about it, right? And I think part of this conversation should be, who's at fault for allowing that to be the case, right? If you have a business philosophy that allows one entity that's a part of that business to be the sole reason why your business can fall, you need to reevaluate the way you do business.
Absolutely.
Or you need a system.
Exactly, the system. And I'm sure you can you will pigtail off that, if you will, you know what I'm saying? Because I think that's very important for people to understand as well, because like to Jerry's point and Lance in the beginning, this happened because we didn't have these systems in place. But now that we do, that would never happen. So I think we need to hone in on that, just, a tad.
Yeah. So we did the Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? We smartened up, we opened the market up, you see what I'm saying? So that's what we did. We not staying closed in on one person. We called the onion system.
I like what you did there. I like what you did there.
You know what I'm saying? Watch out now, move out the way. You know what I'm saying? So we created this onion system because there's layers. You see what I'm saying? So we have people checking on people that weren't attached.
Yeah.
Right. You see what I'm saying? They got no reason. This person has a reason to lie to us, but this person following behind has no reason to lie. Right. And then the other person that's coming behind them has no reason to lie about the other person. So none of them are connected.
Right.
But they all giving us, they were like spies. You know what I'm saying? They send people on missions to let us know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is going on. But if A matched with C, we knew, you know what I'm saying, we'll exclude B because, B may not know what they're talking about. But if B and C are on the same page and ain't matching with A, we got a huge issue.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Right. So it was a system we had to put in place, to start figuring things out. And that's why we tell people all the time, listen, we got the team. There's no $30,000, $40,000 mistakes anymore. You see what I'm saying? Because the system is in play. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We got a system in place. And that's and like I said, you hear bad things, but you just heard Jerry say, "I ain't gotta worry about that no more."
Yes, it's that.
There's
That's
good
not.
contractors out there as well, for sure.
There's so in any business, any contractor, anything in the world, there's always bad and good.
Mhm.
There's always bad and good. So in the contracting world, there's a lot of scammers out there because they know that they can pick up and leave anywhere else, and they could just bring another name out.
Right.
Okay, I need to piggyback that. You let me know when you're finished, because that's hilarious. You said that. I got a story, ladies and gentlemen. But go ahead.
Yeah, his story is going to tell you the same,
Oh,
a conversation of somebody could do bad work, change their name, and do bad work again, and you won't know. And that's all they got to do is pick up and go to another town.
I keep it real. It wasn't even bad work. It was unfinished work.
Okay, go ahead, get into it.
To a degree, listen, this dude was smart. This dude was smart. Listen up. This dude,
Most, just so you know, I'm sure this is like breaking news. Most are super smart.
this guy was smarter than them.
Smarter. I love it. I love it.
we went to college, guys.
Dennis, we need somebody who speaks real English.
He was smarter, and trust me. So what he did was he built just enough. He did just enough for the kitchen, just enough for the bathrooms, right? Where they could not sue him for the work that was not done, because he did just enough. It was the craziest thing. So they couldn't recoup the money from him. And what he would do is change business names, like you said, move on to the next project. So what he's doing is he's, I guess, building up the project enough, getting the rest of the money, and just bouncing.
But they can, just be clear, they can always sue him, but they won't win.
Yeah, you can sue him,
Right,
but
right.
they're not gonna win.
So DT, from his statement, what he just said right now, how can that work? You didn't do we did a contract of a finished kitchen, three finished bathrooms. You did enough work, but didn't finish it. And how the hell can I not sue you and get my money back?
Loaded. Now, 2-second reaction. There's a million aspects of what you just asked, but to answer your question for, the here and the now, that contract verbiage is super important. The words that are used in that contract, right? And enough is not a word used. Enough is not the standard, right? In a contract, enough doesn't satisfy whether I did my job or not as the contractor, right?
Mm-hmm.
The contract says do A, B, C, D, and E, right? If I've attempted to do A, B, C, D, and E, and some things have come into play that have not allowed me to fulfill,
Or it's not done to your liking.
Fulfill or done to your liking, that does not mean that I did not do A, B, C, D, and E.
Because he did it.
I did it, but I didn't do it to your liking. Your liking is not on this contract.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you just hear what he just said? Just because I had a finished cabinet that has no paint on it, no stain on it, no nothing, but it's a finished cabinet, I lost that contract.
It's not painted like you want?
If he says the floor is
Preach, Jerry.
is going to be half wood, half tiles. If he does 2 tiles and is not liking what you like, you lost that contract.
He did the floor.
If you guys do not understand,
Floor is done.
you have to read the contract, understand the contract, add your words on the contract. If you do not, and you let this person or the contract write the contract and you just sign, you're putting yourself in a position to lose.
And if you
lose,
your contractor, Jerry, what you said is gospel. You know, when you read the Bible and there's red words, those are the words of Jesus.
Oh man, my DT brought it back.
That's episode 1, kid. That's episode 1. He bring me back.
That are red words in real estate gospel. Like, it's very super important that you pay attention to that when it comes to contracts, right? And if you're presented a contract that somebody else wrote and you want to add some verbiage to that for your comfort, because whatever you expect is not particularly described in this contract, it's called an addendum. You can add an addendum to that contract, or in the comment section, add whatever you want.
Your verbiage,
or version,
your vocabulary, yeah.
Because when you go to court and that's not there, you're gonna fall in this window, right? To Lance and Jerry's point, yeah, we're gonna do ceramic tile or porcelain and wood. I have 2 1-inch porcelain tile and the rest is wood. I fulfilled the contract. In your brain, you're like, no, that's not what we talked about, because I said I wanted all. No, but that's not what's in the contract. You have to make sure that if the contract says, I'm going to remodel the bathroom, I'm going to change the toilet. I'm going to install a new toilet. I'm going to install a new vanity. I'm going to install a new tub, new shower walls, new light fixture, new switches, new door, new handle, right? And it's a hollow door, brass handle, $99 Home Depot vanity, $150 Home Depot tub base with $1 tile and glass shower doors that don't reach the ceiling, that, you know, they're like accordions. Technically, that contract has been fulfilled.
Yep.
Unless otherwise stated by you, the client.
So one thing I'll say is, you have to understand, you have to do your research. Not every contract is out here to do the right thing.
And hold on, Jerry, let me interject right quick. I'm sorry, because it just came to my brain, because it sounds like we're targeting like the scammers and not contributing back to like the contractor part, and I have to fall back to my roots, right? How many times do contractors get contracts from tenants, or not, excuse me, not tenants, homeowners that say, I want A, B, C, D, and E, and then they do it, right? And then they're like, I don't like it.
I don't like it
all the time.
I don't like it. You know, the husband said, oh, when I talk to you, or the wife, when I talk to you, I know I said I want an A, B, C, D, and E, but my husband don't like it, or my wife don't like it.
Yeah.
So now the contract is in a pickle, right? Using Jerry's words, and you know, I'm not doing this for free. So we go back to the drawing board and like renegotiate, or now we have to have an addendum to this now contract, and then the client will be like, yeah, but I'm not happy, I'm not satisfied, so you know, that's on you. You got to do that for free. I'll buy the material, but your labor has to be free. And as the contractor, you're like, nah. No,
yeah, absolutely. You're right with that, D.
I fulfilled my aspect of the contract, and I'm willing to make sure that it's to your liking. I'm willing to fix it. You know,
don't have to pay for it though.
It's not my fix. It's your fix. You want this difference.
Because it could come down to, DT, it could come down that you pick the colors. You pick this and you don't like it.
Oh,
but
man.
You want me to fix it.
Bro, I had
that's not how it works. So
I contractors go through that.
I could agree with you 100%, DT.
You're like, there's like a mummy in my life that I buried that I never wanted to redig, but you just redug the mummy. I had a time where I did a bathroom, right? And it was fire. The bathroom was fire, right? It was dope. Like the whole shit was dope. The lights, they wanted recessed lighting, and they wanted 1 over the shower and 3 over the bathroom.
No, the shower is too dark.
This is like I don't remember the numbers, but it was like 20-something thousand plus, right? Whatever the number was for the remodel. Okay, no problem.
What's going on, world? It's the one and only Lance, 1/3 of H.G.R.G. You ain't got your membership yet? go get you that. We hold your hand from A to Z. Our team is your team. I'm talking realtors. I'm talking financing. I'm talking property management. I'm talking about walkthroughs for your property, giving you the breakdowns, what the rents look like, how much it's going to cost, fixes, everything. We give you everything. Why don't you have yours? Go check us out right now at H.G.R.G.club and get your membership now.
I don't remember the numbers, but it was like 20 something thousand plus, right? Whatever the number was for the remodel. Okay, no problem. Done. Bathroom came out fire.
Something thousand for the bathroom. God damn.
That's cheap.
That's cheap, bro.
That's cheap.
This thing is he's the same. He's a host. Don't worry about it. He's doing the.
So we did the bathroom, right? So the homeowner, the gentleman is the homeowner. He comes, he's like, yo, this is crazy. I can't wait for my wife to see this. This is her dream. It's her dream. He was trying to surprise. It was a gift to her, right? Comes in the spot. She was like, oh my God, it's fire. This is dope. Oh, I love it. Why is there only 3 lights? I told you I need 4. And they have to be equally spaced. 3's an odd number. We don't do nothing odd.
Except for her personality.
and because she didn't like it, it's your problem.
No, it's his problem.
Oh no. For the time being, it was your problem.
Most people think it's your problem.
No. She looks at me like you failed me.
Now you gotta fix this.
Yeah, but that's an emotional thing. It's not like a practical thing. So I'm okay with that. So now he has a problem, which now becomes my problem. Okay. So now he wants 4 lights.
Equally spaced.
But by code, now things have to be done different.
Yes, sir.
Right. So now that opens up Pandora's box. So now, no problem. You want 4? This is the number. He's like, nah.
It can't be.
I paid you for that.
No. You definitely pay me for those 3 up there.
You didn't pay me for that.
You didn't pay me for 4. Let's go. And now you got to break it down to do it to get the seats. Then that has another conversation.
It's turned into a law.
Absolutely, it's going to turn into a lawsuit because now he feel that he's entitled.
I had a video. Thank God. I had a video where we walked through and I showed him where we marked out where the lights were, where the plumbing was, because there's 2 different shower heads on both sides of the wall, and then there's one off the top. So that video specifically was for the plumbing. So I was like, yo, this is where the shower heads are going to be, and the control is going to be here, and then the rainfall is going to be up the top. But in that video, I just so happened to cover where the lights are going to go.
He agreed to it.
Clear that we approve, you're approving all. That I won the law. I got sued, but I didn't.
You didn't lose that. You didn't lose that fight.
Right.
So then that goes into the person may say, "Hey, DT, F that. I don't want to use you no more. I'm gonna use somebody else." Using somebody else does not mean you fix the problem, because that new contractor is now going to charge you extra. Because now he has to go through DT's work.
Yeah, no contractor ever wants to go back and fix somebody else's work.
Because now you don't know what they did and what they didn't do. And they rigged something that didn't do something. Now they gotta go from A to Z just to make sure they don't fuck it up.
Yep, because
the last thing a contractor wants to do is come in and be like,
yeah, because they're
not the code, man.
It looks pretty solid to me. You just want to keep it? No, I want 4. Nah, I think you should keep it. Because he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, but no matter what, let's say you got a whole job done and you want to add one thing. It doesn't matter what that one thing is, right? But the whole job was done by Jerry, right? And now for whatever reason you fired Jerry or Jerry left the job. Okay, now you want to hire Lance to finish this job. Lance is going to come look at everything with a fine-tooth comb, right?
Because give you a price on that.
Right? Now Lance's name is the final name attached to this job. So Lance has to make sure that whatever Jerry did is to Lance's standard. And if Lance's standard is not met, now client has to pay for Lance's standard on whatever Jerry did, plus whatever you hired Lance for additionally.
Correct. So now that was just a segue into, if you do find somebody to do work and you don't like their work and you try to sue them, whatever it is, and you go cheaper, that's when you put yourself in the conversation of being scammed. Just because their price is $200 and it's supposed to be $2,000, you went cheaper does not mean it's better. Does not mean
That's what you get what you pay for.
Absolutely.
That's what's gonna happen at the end.
So I want you guys to understand, the cheaper the conversation, you may get into a conversation of being scammed. One being, you got him on Craigslist. He's a 30-year-old. He's been in the game for 30 years. He doesn't have a business, but he's an old handy guy. Those conversations.
Right. I'm not an electrician, but
I do everything. I dabble in everything.
Jack of all trades.
You're putting yourself in a conversation that's not going to win.
Yeah.
You have to do your research. One thing about contractors, it could break you. So you do not want to go and get a Craigslist guy that does everything.
Also, look at reviews. And when I say look at reviews, I want you to look at something, right? I don't want you to look at reviews. You got 5 stars and 15 reviews. That's cousins, uncles, sisters, brothers. That's 15, 5. Look at someone that got 1,000, 500. Right? You can't really fake that funk.
Right.
But 15, 20 reviews, it ain't nothing for us to get 20 people together and be like, listen, 5-star my shit on Google. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Put something in there about your experience. You know what I'm saying? Make it up. I don't care what you do. Right? That ain't nothing. Especially if you have these people that go from business name to business name.
And you don't want a handshake as a contract.
Right.
Please do not give a handshake. Yeah, he said he's gonna do this for me for $100. I gave him $100 and he'll walk away with your $100.
And
prove it
within our space, right? I got a couple loaded questions. So within our space, what Lance was talking about with the reviews, right? If a contractor has been around for 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, whatever the case may be, and they don't have a Googleable business, right? That may or may not be a red flag, right? Depending on where that lead comes from and the reliability in which they provide. Okay, cool. So go ahead, Jerry.
When you say it's not Googleable, but he has word of mouth. Is that the same?
That's what I'm getting at.
Okay. Sorry.
If you just mind your business for a second, Jerry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm just saying, I shut up. I was letting you speak because you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
I raised my hand and fucking said excuse me. So mind your business. Go ahead.
And you did call on him, DT. That was go ahead.
Freaking said excuse me. YouTube, Papa. YouTube. So if you don't have a Googleable business or whatever, but you have word of mouth, obviously that can fend for you. Like
that's more than Google, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
It's better than Google, yeah.
So if you don't have those reviews that Lance is referring to, doesn't mean that you're not worth whatever. But also, I think that's very valuable as well. If you claim to have this big name truck business, then you should have multiple reviews sharing why you're the person you say you are.
See what he did there?
I see what he did.
I see what you did.
Now, how do we find, in your opinion, in our opinion, our best contractors in whatever markets that we're dibbling dabbling in, right? Is it through Craigslist? Is it through Google search? Is it through property managers? Is it through
relationships? To answer your question, it's relationships.
realtors? Exactly. So those people, right, in which we know how we find our best deals and not best deals, best contractors. That's the value that we can add to this conversation, right? So instead of doing the YouTube, Craigslist, boom, reach out to the property managers in that space. Reach out to the real
absolutely,
to the
absolutely.
insurance or the appraisal, whatever. That's how you find the value in whatever you're in, because those people are using those people every day.
Correct. They're rubbing elbows with these guys every day. If they're not helping somebody else, they every day. Oh, you got to ask your realtor. Hey, you got any contractors that you know of? He's gonna know at least one.
100%.
Hey, you got your realtor. Hey,
why would a realtor know a contractor? It's two different. I know they're both in real estate, but it's two different lanes. So why would a realtor know a contractor?
Because they rub elbows with it. So now, if that's how realtors kind of know what they're looking for.
So,
go
ahead. Let me call him.
DT, go ahead.
Jerry, I only did it because you were talking.
Go ahead, DT.
Yeah, DT. So I'll ask again. Realtors is a different lane. They're both in real estate, but realtors is a different lane than a contractor.
Yeah.
A realtor is a different lane than a contractor, right? Yep. So why would you ask a realtor about a contractor? Explain that to me.
Everything Jerry said is true. Also, realtors close deals. They sell houses. They close.
I was going to get into that before you raised.
I know you were. That's why I'm not.
So
I'm saying I'm not. Same thing you said about me, and I was like,
I'm talking shit.
The clients that buy those properties through those realtors, they have contingencies, right? You have to repair A, B, C, D, E, and the realtors go say, okay, I need these things done. And the homeowner may say, okay, where do I get it? Or how do I do it? The realtor, the value in having a realtor, Gem, take this home with you, right? Because a lot of people say, I'm going to sell it for sale by owner. I'm going to use my cousin, my brother. The value in having an experienced realtor is that they have the connections with, contractors, plumbers, electricians, roofers, siding, whatever, to say, okay, your buyer has a contingency for XYZ and they need it done in this time frame. Well, I have the network of people that can do it.
Right.
I got a guy.
And a seasoned realtor, to stay on that on topic, would know an estimate. That's gonna cost you about $200. My guy already got that
on the spot, though.
Yeah, on the spot. So now you're like, this deal could break you. Like, nah, I'm not doing that. It sounds like it's $5,000. Man, that's going to be $200. Don't worry about it. I got my guy.
That's a great point.
That is networking. That is right there, bro.
That alone, what you just said, Jerry, that could be the make and break of the deal.
That's correct.
That's the difference between a good realtor and a great realtor, right?
Yep.
A great realtor going, listen, boom, boom, boom. Listen, $1,000. We can get this back on. We'll get this on the market. We'll get the contingencies dealt with, whatever it looks like. We can get that done. Let me call my guy. I'm pretty sure I can get him here next week.
And your confidence as a realtor saying that assures your buyer, $1,000? Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm taking that.
Like if you as a realtor, you're like, I don't know. I'm not sure. But if I had to guess, now your buyer is like, yeah, I don't know what this is going to be.
That's a fact.
What if it's a bad guess?
Jerry could be like, it's, like Jerry just mentioned, it could be 5,000. I don't know the number. They just, people, a plumbing leak from the bathroom coming to the downstairs for some people is like life and it's like, I
gotta change the whole. No, bro.
Buy this product. I don't care if I'm $100,000 in equity the day I buy it. I'm not doing it because it has a leak. That's because correct. They know. So to your point, Jerry and Lance, I think that's super valuable. If you're watching this video right now and you need to rewind it, that's what you need to pay attention to. For gems.
Facts. Listen, we gave a lot of gems. We have our own horror stories as well. We have our good side of it as well. Like we were saying, you find your contractor, you stick with them. And then you find a network of contractors. You can find contractors through your realtor, property management, word of mouth. Someone that's had a horror story and now found the right team, which we always give you guys at H.G.R.G.com. You know what I'm saying? And it's just listen, there's a lot of things that can make or break you in this game. Property management, contractors, buying properly or improperly. You see what I'm saying? Like there's a lot that goes into this.
Realtors.
Realtors. So it means a lot for us to break this stuff down for you. Today, talking about contractors, some of slime balls,
Before you go into that, it looks like you ended up. I just want to list. Can we list a couple things
why
that? Say it again.
Why didn't you raise your hand when Lance?
That's a fact because he's not really there. I respect. You know what I mean? You're part of H.G.R.G.
I need you to respect on Lance's name. Start raising your hands like you do with me.
But to give us a couple cons. What you're looking for a scammer.
Yeah.
One being do never pay the full amount up front.
That's a fact.
Never
pay anything more than
serious.
I would say 50%, but 25% upfront, period, for anything.
Anything. Correct. If there's no
some people just cover materials.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
no contracts. If there's nothing written, that's not the guy you need to be talking to.
I'm gonna probably like shun that.
Somebody do work with no contract.
Hold on. BT, you're not going to tell me I just met you and you have no contract, no paper. I'm not doing it. Me personally, you could be the best person in the world. I'm not doing it.
I'm not mad at that, but I'm gonna shun that because when you have like a realtor, a property manager, an insurance adjuster, an appraiser involved, and they have a connection for you and you trust them because that's what you're looking for. That's how you found that guy or that lady or that company who's going to fix that.
I trust Jerry in my life. I got a contract with him.
No. Let me explain this to you. Let me ask you this. So
no more.
Okay, let me ask you this. And
okay.
You're going to say no. The last rent ready you did for your properties, do you have a contract with that contractor?
No, but my property management
does. That's it. That's all I want to hear.
No, but you can't
the
do that.
extension of me does though.
You can't do that. Because you're keeping that word in one box. You can't do that. You kept it on. Do I have a contract with that person? No, I have a contract with my property management who did what he had to do. Now, if I don't like it, I don't speak to the contractor. I speak to the property manager.
Correct. But does that property manager contract cover the repairs in your property?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
No, you're right. It doesn't.
What do you mean?
Property manager does. It's an extension of you. If you go ahead.
Let me explain how this works. You have a contract.
And first of all, wipe your smile over your face before you start to mention this shit, because I don't like where you're going.
Because he's about to tell you some wild shit.
I don't like the energy.
It falls on you, to be honest. But go ahead.
I don't like the energy you got right now. Go ahead.
So I got two answers. Let me give you the correct one first. The property management agreement, obviously you have to, go into the details of the actual legit wording and whatever on the agreement. It probably doesn't, I'm going to say, cover any contracts between contractors and owners or contractors and work done at an owner's facility or property. Okay. That's one. Two.
How about the property management that's contracted, that's You know, that is
That's
with the
wrong.
contractor.
That's
Go.
no, I'm going there, but I'm also going in a different route. So if the management company has their own in-house contractors, right? Now, yes, you're contractually involved with a guarantee for the repairs.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But not all
That's what
man.
I was talking about.
Yeah, but you
Yeah, I understand.
You about to go? It's not like that everywhere you go.
it's not like everywhere. That's why
I understand fully what you're about to go with
Right.
that
This
because they
You had to
also
go all the way
had
around the block for me.
yeah. But
So-
he went all around the block for us. But
sometimes
I get what you're saying though.
management companies third party
At 1,000%.
Right.
and if the management company third parties the work out, that third party does not have contractual agreements between the owner and themselves. The only thing contractual would be a quote or an estimate.
Yeah, but that conversation happens across the board though. So the estimate, let's say you're giving me 3 estimates, right?
Mhm.
Now I picked the contractor
Mhm.
on the Lester bill. I did that,
Mhm.
right? So now you're contrary. You're kind of telling me I'm the one who's hiring the contractor.
Yeah, because probably like, hey, I got you 3 bids.
I got you 3 bids. Now you pick one, and you most likely the contractor's gonna pick the least one. Now I have now appointed that contractor to my house.
Yeah,
that's different.
Now he got to live with the results.
Now, if I have a contractor with a property manager, and the property manager already fixed it.
Hold on. Let's address that first. So yes, that's how it works sometimes, right? Depending on the company.
On property management. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, you're correct. If you choose that, you know, you're obligated to whatever's in that estimate. Now,
Yes, sir.
clear. That estimate is basically your contract.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In conversation, in
Yes.
the eyes of the court, your invoice is really what the contract is.
I agreed again.
As well as they consider the estimate.
Correct.
All right, cool. All right, so go from there.
Well, fuck it. Well, listen, still make sure your shit right. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we always suggest paperwork, especially if you're your own property manager and you're doing your own shit. Get a contract. Get as much in paperwork as you possibly can.
I would say to you, if you have a management company or someone, a liaison between you and whoever it is, your management company should have people that they deal with, that their relationships are strong enough in which your management company is willing to stand behind.
Yes, sir.
And if your management
that kind of sums it up right there, to be honest with you.
Your management company charges, and let me fill in the blanks. If your management company charges a fee for finding that person, then your management agreement contractually binds your management company to make sure that
that's correct, sir.
Contractor does what they're supposed to do because it's to their best interest.
And we paid for it.
This is the fine tuning that, again, you should rewind and listen to, and like, this is like free game. Like, that's wow.
Yeah, but that's the reason why that's the reason why we're throwing these out there, is because now that we kind of gave the stories, let's talk about real shit. Let's talk about
it. So it's great. That's a great question when you're trying to find property management. Hey, when you do rent readies and whatnot, you do construction in the properties. Is your contracting, is it in-house, or do you third party that? Do you contract that out? What do you do here? How do you guys work?
Do you and they or whoever you utilize have general liability insurance?
Which they should have.
They have.
That was a good one. Insurance.
Do you or they also have workman's comp?
Yeah.
I ain't trying to pay for that because you slipped on my property.
And are they on your policy?
It's a fact.
Yeah,
We can
absolutely.
deep dive into this all day long, but that's
No, but we can't go as deep.
Yo, bro,
We want to give you some cons and some and what about Craigslist and stuff like that? There's a lot of scammers on Craigslist. There's a lot of scammers on any ads. They're paying for ads. Now they're paying for posts. They're paying for you to go give them half a ticket nowadays.
anything.
So understand, research your reviews. You have to understand. You have to look at it. Word of mouth. If somebody else used them, make sure they really use them.
Yeah.
These are all characteristics of a scammer.
Anywhere you can post your information and advertise your business, that's free. Buyer beware.
Yep.
Other than Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You know why I say that? And I'm sure there's other social medias that I'm not mentioning, but it's traceable because if you post something today, people can look back and say, he posted this a year ago.
2 years ago, yep.
And they can watch your story to see if you're consistent in what you're posting.
Absolutely.
On Craigslist or the free things, you could post something today and disappear tomorrow.
Yep.
And no strings attached. You'll never know who I am.
And all you gotta do is create another page.
Right.
Listen,
So-
if you inquired about a brand new car for $1,500 on Craigslist, this is not for you. All right, maybe you should just stay away from all this completely. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not for you.
Watch this video this long. There's no way you're that person. There's no way you're that person.
To end it on my side, there's always good and bad. There's a lot of scammers out there, but there are also a lot of good contractors. Just do your research. Make sure you do the opposite of what the cons we just gave, and you should find a great contractor. Now, when you get that great contractor, hold him like gold, or him or her. Sorry, hold them like gold, because that gold will help you build your success. So that's all my guys.
I second that. And I come from, as we know, if you pay attention, I come from that space of contracting. So to Jerry's point, if you find a good one, you gotta literally marry them. Not literally, but figuratively marry them. Treat them like
Thanks for clearing that up, DT.
the best thing you can ever do. Overpay them.
I hate this guy, bro.
Overpay them. Because that would be your key to success. 1000%.
Or overuse them. You know what I'm saying? Get them jobs. Word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you looking to do something? I got my guy. I got this. You know what I'm saying? They're grateful for that as well. You see what I'm
There's
saying?
no such thing as overusing a contractor.
I'll tell you this though. This should be my last thing, man. I don't even want. But if a guy, if you have a contractor you just found, and all he has is your job, you may want to second guess it.
Hey,
you
wait,
it's
done. We could be here tomorrow. Wait a minute.
You may want to second guess it.
Wait a second.
I just want to make sure you want to understand that.
What do you mean tomorrow? It's just summertime.
For the most part, there's exceptions to the game, but for the most part, any good contractor is very busy.
Yeah.
Very busy. So if you get to a place, to Jerry's point, and you're like, hey, I need this done. Oh, I can go tomorrow and look at it.
you may want to say it's already fixed. Forget about it. It's already fixed.
I got a guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll call my realtor, bro. Don't worry about it.
If he or she is like, listen, I can probably swing by in between jobs for 30 minutes to an hour really quick, check it out, maybe give you a quote and then come back, give you a quote in a couple of days, and when I can fit you in the schedule, we'll look to do it. Maybe I'm about a month out right now, but I think I can squeeze you in before,
Absolutely.
Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? That right there, that's kind of language you want to hear.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I can have me and my buddy will be here tomorrow.
Or if homie says, I get out at 3, I get out at 4, I could be there by 4:35. I got a job for this person, but once I get out of work, I could be there at this time. Okay, all right. You know what? I like it. You know, I can rock.
And to be honest, my team is laughing.
I'm sorry.
But the conversation is you'll take that to try to be cheap. and that could go from 1 year to 2 years of them trying to work that system to fix whatever you ask them to fix.
Yeah, but you're not interviewing them. You're not telling them to be there at 4 and 5 after their 3 o'clock.
Yeah, they
not doing that.
They told you,
hey, can you do this side job for me?
Yeah.
So you're saying it because this is an opportunity for you to change your life, what you got going on. I'm trying to hire you to be a new employee for a new business, not can you do this siding job after you get out of work, 7 days a week for 2 hours a day. Nah.
If my boy daps you up and he said, yo, thank you for the opportunity, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm all set with you. Yeah, I'm good with you. I'm
sorry. We go too far. Listen, guys, we appreciate it. Listen, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys check us out on all social media platforms, H.G.R.G_club. Make sure you check out the website as well. That's HGRG.club. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, and we'll be right back with you from our mouth to your ears. We'll see you on the next one. Appreciate it.
Salute. It don't cost you nothing to like and subscribe either.
What they say? I'm so divine, imperfection, perfection, my presence shines. My mental is parasailing maritime. They say I'm destined to read the palm line. Yeah, I'm so divine, imperfection, perfection, my presence shines.